Good evening everybody, Flak is back. Are you ready for part 2 of the $500 PayPal giveaway? What? You haven't heard of the $500 PayPal giveaway? Let me describe it to you. None of that fucking subscribe to my channel, share this post bullshit. First person to find the code wins $500. That's simple, y'all. More information at the end of this video. So the Steam summer sale eventually came round, along with it this dumb fucking Grand Prix thing that nobody liked. You decided to pick yourself up another copy of Rust, or you decided to play Rust for the first time, noticing that it cost a mere 51 South African Rand. Google will tell you that 51 South African Rand equals to $3.65, less than $4 for a copy of Rust. Boom.
Gotta love that exchange rate.
In our defense, our video games do sell for a lot cheaper because we actually have in real life video games. So you picked up your copy of Rust and you realized that this is a vast, massive wasteland, complete with scorching deserts, beautiful forests, snow-capped mountains, and squishy wetlands. There are massive monument structures to explore, places to go, a group of scientist overlords that protect the land and monitor the outpost, lawless bandit towns when you can get a quick kill and gamble out all your scrap, vicious wolves, killer boars, and even more killer boar-eating bears. There are massive oceans filled with oil rigs and floating garbage. So much things to do, but that's the problem. You can't seem to get started. Because every time you get somewhere, this happens.
Hello.
How to get started on wipe day?
Oh shit, here we go again.
So the server has just wiped and naturally you spawn on the beach. However, there is one problem. This guy's name is Kyle, and he, like 99% of the people on the beach, do this for some reason. The beaches are considered a very dangerous place to be. That's why I like to call it no man's land. So naturally you want to head to the forest to grab some stuff for a bow or a hatchet, so you can make a home. Sadly, Kyle from the beach earlier, as well as 300 other Kyles, have spawned on the beach and are about to do exactly the same thing, which usually leaves you in a situation like this. So you can't head into the forest to gather some things, you can't stay on the beach because it's basically like an episode of Attack on Titan. So where oh where do you go? Lighthouse! So typically when you spawn in, you're never too far away from a lighthouse. Lighthouses are great because they have a red barrel, and red barrels have low-grade fuel. You only need about 5 low-grade fuel. Head out of the lighthouse, find yourself a boat, push it in the water, drop the fuel into the petrol tank,
Yeah, boy.
and get started. Initially what you want to do is only go for red barrels. Remember, you're very low on fuel, so try and gather as much fuel as you can, ignoring the other barrels because you have no tool to open the barrels yet. Continue gathering as much fuel as you can whilst filling the tank during your trips between the floating garbage piles. This saves you some time. At this stage of your gathering process, you want to ignore all other barrels except for the red ones until you find yourself a toolbox. Toolboxes are great because they have a tool that usually opens barrels. This will do nicely. Once you find the tool that can open barrels, you start farming everything you possibly can. All barrels are free game. Collect as much stuff as you can. Whilst exploring the waters, be sure to look out for rivers. Rivers are a great source of water and food. When you spawn, you are low on health. I'm always cautious when I approach a river, so when I do, I make sure that my boat is facing outwards towards the ocean and I leave my low-grade fuel in the tank. I quickly grab some fresh water out of the river and I start collecting as much food as I can quickly gather. Being cautious to look around because there are a lot of people in the area setting up crappy little wooden bases like this, and wood bases are simply not strong enough. Once I grabbed a bunch of food, I head back to my boat. I hop in the boat, bitch, and I head back out to the ocean. Whilst heading towards my next garbage pile, I quickly eat as much food as I possibly can so that I can restore my health, my hunger, and my hydration. Full bars is good bars. Now that I'm full, I proceed to gather as many barrels as possible. What I want to do is try and fill up my inventory before the sun goes out, because that's my goal, darkness. When the sun starts to set, make sure that you are more or less in the area of where the compound is. Once darkness completely sets in, now's your chance. Your inventory should be full at this stage, so what you want to do is try and dock as close to the outpost as possible and use the cover of darkness to stealthily get into the outpost. Once you get to the outpost, you will be in the safe zone. Now nobody can take your hard-earned loot. Head to the recycler and recycle everything that you possibly can in your inventory. Don't worry about keeping anything at this stage. All you're looking for now at the moment is metal, scrap, stone, wood. That's all. Once your inventory is completely recycled, head to the vending machine that sells resources. What I typically like to do is hold at least 4,000 stone and 6,000 wood so that I can get my base started. Now that I have my basic building resources, what I like to do is start crafting the important things. A building plan and a hammer is absolutely essential, as well as a metal door and a lock. This will keep my base safe. A tool cupboard to protect your base to make sure that nobody griefs you, and depending on how well your ocean scrap run went, try and make some more doors. Whilst these items are crafting, I'm going to head over to the refinery and I'm going to start cooking up some of the crude oil so that I can have low grade. Low grade is important for your boats and your furnaces. Once the oil is cooking, I top up my health bar and I make sure that I am 100% full and that I manage my inventory. At this stage now it should be getting light, so what I like to do is make sure that my hotbar is ready. I have a door, a code lock, my TC, as well as my tools so I can build my starter base. At this stage your crafting queue should be almost finished and now's my opportunity to strike. For my starter base, I'm going to build close to the outpost that is full of valuable entities I can recycle, I can craft, research. So I'm getting my building plan ready and I'm ready to build my first starter base. Now this is the important part, and this is the method that I use to always build my first starter base. Every starter base I use is a 2x1 and it's made out of stone. Wood is unfortunately not strong enough, and one rogue arrow will kill you and you'll lose all of your progress. So I build 2 foundations, wall right around me. Then I start turning all of these walls into stone. I need to leave one of these for a door. I'll make the door area wood. And just like that, I'm completely safe from a rogue arrow. Sure, someone can jump over, but I can put a roof on in a second. What I like to do first though is place a TC down so that nobody can grief me. Pop on the roof, and I'm absolutely safe. Nobody can touch me now. Now that the base is completely sealed like a cocoon, I have time and patience to start placing things. I lock up my TC, and now I have a safe place to store all of my precious scrap and other resources. I place down a fireplace so that I can see. Now all I have to do is finish the inside of my base without worrying about getting domed. I build a wall frame, place a sheet metal door, code lock, safety. Now that my little 1x1 section of my 1x2 is safe, I'll put down a box, I'll put all of my items into the box, and just with a little bit of wood and stone as well as my metal door, I will prepare to open up my base to the outside world. Now I'm completely safe, so if somebody's door camping me now, they're literally just going to get a sheet metal door and a little bit of rock and stone. It's not going to do anything. Place down a door frame, and as quickly as possible, place down a door, code lock, lock it, and presto. We are 100% safe now. So from absolute spawn to where I am now, a total of 19 minutes and 31 seconds. Not bad on a solo vanilla wipe. How to get started on wipe day. So finally, let's discuss the $500 PayPal giveaway. There is a secret 4-digit code that will be in this font and it will be about this size. It could be in any color. Obviously, I won't be a dick about it and make it a super dark color gray on a black screen. The code will consist of numbers only, and due to the confusion in the comments from my previous video, I will mark the code with an asterisk. So, for example, the code will be 9999. It will look about this size and it will have an asterisk marking it. And obviously this is not the code. The video that you are currently watching is the second video of the competition. There are a total of 5 codes hiding in 5 videos. There are 3 more hidden codes coming in the next 3 videos. So to recap, there are going to be 5 videos starting from my previous video, meaning that this is video number 2. There will be a 4-digit secret code in numbers hiding within a few frames of the video. This 4-digit code will occupy about 5 to 7 frames worth of footage. 5 separate codes will form an email address. So for example, my previous video, which was competition video number 1, might have had a code of 1111. This video might have had a code of 2222, and so on and so forth. These are examples, they are not the codes. What you want to do is place all 5 of your separate codes in order and finish it off with an @gmail.com. So for example, your email at the end of the competition might be 112233 blah blah @gmail.com. The first person that sends I win to the secret email address will win $500 US. I'm sorry if it feels like I'm over explaining this competition, it's just I got so many questions and comments on my previous video, sending me questions to my private business email address, sending me I win to my business email address. was a bit crazy, hence why I did the overkill explanation. However, I was quite surprised to know that about 30 or 40 people found the code in the last video. And a very warm and generous shout out goes out to the sexy names you see on screen. These motherfuckers support me on Patreon, and they are the ones that allow me to do cool competitions and make super high quality videos instead of pumping out garbage episodes every 2 days. Thanks my bros, you guys keep Mr. Flak's quality in check, yo. If you'd like to join the Patreon squad, stalk my ass on Twitter, watch me live on my terrible Twitch account, or join the world's coolest Discord, please be sure to click on all of my social links in the video description below. Thank you again for watching guys, and as always, Flak out.